Welcome to Fast Five, where our 4 panelists discuss 5 topics in 7 short minutes. Here we go. New Jersey High School under fire for erasing Trump slogans from yearbook. I'm going to give that to you since you're a satire writer, Ken, and see what you think.
You know, oh gosh, I really should do some satire writing on that because, yeah. So there's no school policy regarding the shirts or anything like that, and I really wonder would this have made the news had it been, Hillary or something like that? Yeah, absolutely it would have. Would this have made the news if it was a third-party candidate? Probably not. There's lacking coverage for third-party candidates, unfortunately. But, with this said, the whole slogans from the yearbook, there's no reason that they should censor someone's high school yearbook if it's not something offensive.
Brian, you have an opinion?
I think that's about right. I mean, is it just the Trump slogans, or were there
Yeah,
others?
it was
there others?
It was just Trump.
Just
Yeah.
a shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to wear the shirt, let him wear the shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not offensive. Some people might find it offensive, but I don't. But it's just a shirt.
Yeah, I'm good.
Next, we have Gene Simmons once trademarked Devil Horns gesture.
How do you trademark a hand
Henry.
gesture?
I love you, Ron. Okay?
Good.
All right? You have to question. This sign's been...
1974.
Okay, but really,
Let's be honest though. Okay, so this is also sign language for "I love you."
yeah.
So you can't really trademark sign language. Sorry, Gene. As much as I'd love to see you,
But he did it in a commercial,
yeah.
And that's where he's trying to say, well, I should be able to trademark it.
So you don't think he should?
No.
What do you think?
It's not trademarkable. I mean, it's just your hand gesture. I mean, anyone can do it.
But
It's not
you know
like-
what? Microsoft trademarked Windows, so I see him getting it.
So Richard Nixon did that.
Yep.
Could he have gotten a trademark?
Absolutely.
Churchill did it first.
He could also trademark "I'm not a crook."
Boy, can you think of the T-shirts?
Top court rules banning offensive trademarks is illegal.
Good news for the Redskins.
Maybe for the Cleveland Indians too. Although
Yeah.
their logo is on the way out more or less. But
So,
I mean,
Well, maybe we'll get the Washington Bolts back.
So
that's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a very good point because Abe
Yeah.
Pollin, the owner, he decided on his own to change the name. He was not forced to change the name.
So a little backstory on this one though. So this was actually I believe it was either a band or a sports team. I think it was a band.
A band.
A band. All Asian members
The slant.
called the
Slants.
Slants.
Right.
Okay, so here they are, all Asians, making a band name that was, apparently they didn't find it offensive. So I don't see any reason to reject it, even if they wouldn't allow offensive trademarks. But free speech, offensive trademarks should absolutely be allowed.
But what does this do? What does this open up? That's where my question is.
I could say what it opens up, but it probably wouldn't be arable.
Free speech does have consequences.
Okay, we got just 10 seconds. Say it that you can say it. What will it open up?
Rather interesting in that anatomical references and trademarks.
Very good. Okay. Maryland set to ease access to birth control. Brian.
I think overall it's a good thing. It goes back to what we were talking about with Heritage Academy. If you want less pregnancies and teenagers will engage in activities that maybe they shouldn't be doing at that age, but being able to get birth control will help prevent unwanted pregnancies, in my view.
Henry?
I think it's dangerous in the regard that pharmacists, and nothing against the pharmacists that are watching the show, that the pharmacists are the ones that actually are prescribing because they know the interactions, but they don't know the medical history of the individual. So I would be concerned how that really plays into it.
Is there an age limit?
I didn't see if there was an age limit or not, but on one hand, I kind of agree with Henry. So this is, basically you can go up to a pharmacist and they can prescribe you a birth control pills without actually having a doctor write the prescription. On one hand, yes, it's great because it could reduce unwanted pregnancies. On the other hand, though, there are some medical risks involved, and you need to take account for that.
Okay, Henry, you went to Heritage Academy. Is it allowed?
Depends on what restriction of faith that you believe in. There's multiple different Baptist denominations, multiple independent fundamental believers. So depending on the given church that you go to, depends on whether they're going to. In my belief, yes, I think contraception is not a bad thing.
But will they have that contraception, the ability to use
But if
it
they're engaging-
written into their
If they're
into their
engaging in
contract?
premarital sex, that's a violation of the school policy
So then
anyway.
they can't do it anyway.
Well,
they can't get the birth control.
It's don't ask, don't tell, all over again.
They did away with that.
Well.
What do you think, Ken?
Personally, I really don't see any reason not to allow it, because let's face it, if you tell people no, you're not allowed to be on birth control, that's going to be disastrous.
Yeah,
That
but this
really
is this is allowing a student, female, to go to a pharmacist, not to the doctor.
Right.
That's totally
And that part concerns me, because you need to have the doctor, you need to have some sort of medical consideration for that prescription. And that's what concerns me about
How
it.
does that pharmacist know that the medical
Exactly.
makeup?
Bypassing,
They don't.
bypassing the doctor, bypassing possibly a family that could advise, and not knowing the patient's history. That's where my concern is.
Those are good points. I agree with that.
Oh, good points. You've had the, wait a minute here. Minority universities sued to gain access to new programs.
The programs are available. I don't know why they can't start programs in conjunction, even though other campuses don't. More money's gone to minority campuses in the last half decade than non-minority.
So my understanding is this is the historically black colleges are trying to force the programs to get shifted from one university that's already doing well to their university, to try to force those students to go to that university.
Which can have a tremendous effect on higher
Right.
education in the
And
state of Maryland.
personally, I'm very concerned about that, because A, you can do that, but there's no guarantee that somebody's going to want to go to that university.
You've had the last word. When we come back, our panelists will have their last call.